Hey, good day, folks. Fabio coming back with another video. Look, what I want to talk about in this particular video, and I'm about to give you very direct, point-blank information here. This information definitely should help you guys as with the other information I share here on this channel. When you go to do your walkthrough, what you want to do, you want to somewhat assume the position. You want to assume the sell, okay? Because when you go in, you're not always putting in a bid. Okay, a bid is when you're going up against someone else. An estimate is, well, pretty much could be the same thing. You're just turning in a set of numbers, and hopefully they pick your set of numbers. But here's the thing that I do. I always try to figure out the information, good, bad, or otherwise, to why they hired me or why they didn't hire me. You know, I try to zoom in and focus on their needs, because that's what's important. A lot of times when we go in, a lot of times we want to be the ones that do all the talking. That's not how it goes. You ask them a specific question, ask them what are their needs, what are they focusing on, like where did the last contractor fuck up at, right? Because you want to know stuff like this, because you want to know the weak spots. You want to know what makes them tick. Okay, so you know what not to do. You know you have to correct somebody else's mishap. Okay, and that's exactly what I do when I go in there. I'm very conversational with them. I never, even when I pick up the phone and cold call them, I'm conversational. Okay, I'm never like real pushy. I'm never real sales pitchy, but I do assume the sale. Okay, if they tell you, well, we have some other people that's supposed to come and do a walkthrough, or we're looking at another company, it's certain ways that you can kind of dance around that. If numbers is a factor, then you kind of see what's their range, what kind of range they're looking for. If you feel like you can cover that range, then you go ahead and do so. If you feel like that range is too low, then you just pass on and keep pushing. Okay. But while they have you in there, you want to get all of the answers to all. You want to get all the answers to all of their questions. Okay, and then you want to get your questions asked. What's their needs, and listen for their answers. You know what I'm saying? So it's a both way thing, but it's not as complicated as it seems. You just kind of go in there. We did kind of videos on this in the past about how to go in there and approach the gatekeeper, how to deal with the actual contact person, but we haven't really kind of talked about the details as to which the details about kind of like the questioning and the things like that, as far as dealing with the actual contact person themselves. Okay, so that's what you want to do. You want to figure out where the last company fucked up, if they had another company before you. If they didn't, then you want to figure out what's important to them. Okay, what do they need done, so you would know exactly how to go back to the drawing board and put the estimate together. Okay, so it's definitely not difficult, folks. Is once you practice and you get out there and you continue to do this on a consistent basis, on a daily basis, hopefully you get more used to it, right? You ask the same questions to everybody. Okay, so you can put your own questions down on a piece of paper or down on a quick note tab, and you ask them those questions. Okay, you want to go prepared. I tell you all the time, make sure you have your business cards ready. Okay, make sure you have any flyers, brochures, anything of the sort. Make sure you have that stuff ready, so when you walk in there, you'll be able to hand it to them, whether they decide to go with you or or they don't decide to go with you. But at least you want to have your bases covered. Okay, you want to be just as dressed as nice as you possibly can. I'm not saying have your Sunday best on, but just be comfortable, be professional in your dressing. Okay, look them eye to eye. Make sure you understand what it is they're looking for. If you don't, then just let them know. I'm not sure exactly what are you saying. Just let them know you don't understand. Okay, so they can break it down, because you don't want to, again, all of this is going to factor into the numbers. Okay, when you turn the numbers in, okay, I usually tell people turn the bid in 24 to 48 hours. Don't go past 2 days. Actually, 2 days is too long. If you can get the numbers in the same day before the office closed, then feel free to get it in, whether you drive it back to the office and turn it in or whether you fax it over. Okay? However, fax, email, however you have to do it, get the numbers in ASAP. Okay? But definitely don't let it go past 48 hours. Don't let it go past 2 days. Okay? But like I said, don't so much hone in on the numbers. If you feel like you can get the job done for the estimate that you drew up, then go ahead. If they say your estimate is too high, a lot of times they won't tell you if you're too high, too low, or otherwise. But if they don't hire you, try to figure out why. Ask them, you say, okay, I understand that you decided not to go with me at this time. May I ask why you turned us away or why you turned us down? Why you decided not to go with our company? And just listen to what they say. If it's the numbers, you're gonna find out. If you wasn't professional enough, you're gonna find out. And a lot of things, believe it or not, a lot of these people at these companies, not all, but a lot of them are going to social media. Okay, looking you up on social media. So if you don't have a good social media presence, if you dress like a little thot, if you dress too thuggish, if you have this professional persona in front of them, and then you have this really hood or really whatever, punk rocks, whatever it is, on the internet, then that may kind of fuck with their perception of you. Okay, I know me, I've ran through that before. I do freelance modeling. People have seen modeling pictures of me and they felt a way about it, but that's just a part of my brand. That's just part of what I do. So if they decide not to go with me for that, then so be it. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, you guys do want to be subconscious of your social media presence, because a lot of companies are looking at that behind your back when you're not even thinking that they are. They say, oh, okay, yeah, okay, what's your name? Great. Get the name of your company, get the name of you, get your name, go ahead and type you on Facebook, and bam, they're scoping you out. So you want to definitely clean up your social media presence if you have one. Be as professional as possible. But again, the key is to figure out why they didn't hire you if they decided not to go with you. Okay, you want to be professional. You want to get the bid in 24 to 48 hours. You want to focus on any questions that you have. You want to listen. You want to ask them the questions. Listen, let them give you the answer. Again, listen. I drive that home because a lot of us, we don't listen when we go in there. We want to be the ones to do all the talking. Okay, you'll never find out what they need if you're doing all the talking. So you ask a question, listen, take notes. Okay. Same thing with them when they ask you questions. You listen to their questions, you give them the answer, and that's that. So hopefully this video helped you guys out. It's definitely not as difficult as a lot of you guys make it seem. It's just a matter of being persistent, going out there, staying consistent, and doing it, and just getting out there every single day. If you can do it an hour a day, do it an hour a day. If you can do it 4 hours a day, do it 4 hours a day. I mean, I'm not saying you guys have to do this thing for 8 hours straight, but you do want to get out there and get to knocking doors. You do want to get a chance to pick up the phones. Whatever you feel like flow better for you. If you want to do sales letters, go out, do your sales letters, do your flyers. People ask me all the time, what are the best type of accounts to get to start off with. I tend to think apartment complexes, apartment buildings, apartment structures. That brings in a lot of money, and I think they're easy to get into because there's definitely always work in there, and a lot of times they don't have an outside company to clean those units and get those units ready, so they hire a company like you to come in and get those units ready. A lot of times they have in-house people where maybe the leasing office manager have to actually go in and do the physical work and wiping down the apartments and getting the units ready themselves, because they really just don't have nobody to do that. They have maintenance, but maintenance, they doing plumbing, they fixing light fixtures, they doing other things instead of like really light cleaning, dusting, that type of thing, getting a unit ready. And that's where you would come in. So I made a lot of money at doing that. It's a lot of money into that. It's just a matter of you guys getting out there, calling them, you're going to deal with property managements on one hand. On another hand, you might deal with occupied owners. Occupied owners is just like somebody like, let's say me, I own an apartment building here, I own an apartment building there, I own an apartment complex, but I don't have a property management company. I will be considered an occupied owner, or what they call a owner occupied. Okay, where you're just dealing with me and not necessarily a property management company. When you're dealing with a property management company, you guys can imagine what I'm about to say. They have a host of different complexes, apartment buildings, etc., right? So a lot of times once you pick up one account, they will want you to perhaps do other accounts, right? They want you to do other apartment complexes or other apartment buildings that they might have. Okay, so but I think there's a lot of money to be made in that. Also small and the medium size, like dentist offices, clinics. It's a lot of money to be made in that. Definitely a lot of money to be made in that. Chiropractors, I like chiropractors. You can do gyms. You can do government buildings. You can also do like hair salons, that type of thing. Car dealerships. It's a lot of money out there, guys. You guys just have to put your thinking cap on and just go ahead and attack it. Okay. Whatever you don't do today, go ahead and finish it tomorrow, okay? Or if you start going door to door today and you say, you know what, I'm a little tired from yesterday, I went door to door, then go ahead and pick up the phones today, okay? Just pick up where you left off. If you don't pick up the phones, go ahead and get your sales letters, get your flyers ready, get ready to mail them out there, throw them out there, okay? Another quick tip, and I meant to do a video about this, I'm glad I'm thinking of it now. Do not leave your flyers around. You pay too much money to get these flyers pressed up, so what you want to do is put these flyers in the hands of the decision maker, okay, or somebody that works directly with the decision maker, like the gatekeeper, okay. Don't just go to Kroger's and then you put your flyers in Kroger's and hope somebody call you, okay. Don't just go and put your flyers on people's cards and hoping that somebody call you, okay, because you might be wasting money. They look at it, shit, I don't need this, and they throw it on the ground, and you just spend your hard-earned money for them to throw the shit on the ground. Okay, make sure you put your flyers, your business cards, etc., in the hands of the decision maker. Okay, that'll cut back on wastefulness, you know, throwing your money away, and also getting in the hands of the decision maker. Okay, but anyway, sorry this video went kind of lengthy, but I wanted to kind of get a lot of it out. I'm Fabio Hart. The only person that could ever stop you from starting up your own dreams and making it to the top is you guys. Just go ahead and get out there. Absolutely go ahead and get out there. If you start tomorrow, man, start this ASAP. It's so much money to be made in commercial and residential cleaning. It's so much money to be made in commercial and residential cleaning. You guys just have to get out there and do it. You have to get out there and do it. You have to get out there and do it. When you drop your kids off to school tomorrow, that's why I tell people all the time. Sorry, I was going to cut this video short, but I have a passion behind this. I really want you guys to win. When you before you drop your kids off, your kids are asleep now, you're watching my video. When you finish watching my video, go ahead and jot down a few notes of places that you might want to go to. Oh, I know this place down the street. I know this place to the south. I know this place to the north. I know this place to the east. You know, get to write down some of these places that you know. Start in your immediate area. Whatever your zip code is, start in that zip code. Okay? Boom. You hit everything in your zip code. And then you go and branch out to other areas. Or you go to the west side. Or you go to the east side. You go to the north side. You go to the south side. Right? Whatever you guys need to do, you need to get that done. If you work at nighttime, then you have all day while the kids is in school, right, to get a lot of this stuff done. If you work in the daytime, then you go ahead, do what you need to do on your lunch break. I will be on my mobile device, right, looking up, making a few phone calls. You sit in your car and make a few phone calls, okay? I'm going to go ahead and let this video go because it looked like it's about to cut me off. You guys know exactly